she just took a knife out
Mm-hmm.
and stabbed the man that made her everything maybe her godly destiny was to be Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
Right, right.
You
and
know,
had plenty of kids with him too.
plenty of the kids, become a billionaire, and she just picked up that knife and stabbed this guy in the back
Right.
over things that happened
In the
in
relationship.
1998.
Right. And what year is it now? It's 2024. Teaching my son, and I do not turn away from my mother's teaching, for they are a glory to your head and a chain of beauty around your neck. It's Proverbs 1, verses 8 through 9.
Yes. The mothers are the first teachers of civilization, Brandon. And
That's
right
true.
now, they teach you how to be good. They teach you how to clean yourself. They teach you all the good things in the world. So,
Very
people
important.
out there, follow what your mom is teaching. Won't you agree with that,
Always?
Brandon? Huh?
I said always.
The Bible says, Brandon,
Mhm.
do not turn away from your mother's teaching, right?
You're right.
So if she's teaching poo-poo, the Bible says do not turn away from the mother's teaching.
You're right.
If she's teaching empowerment and good character, the Bible says do not turn away from your mother's teaching.
Gotcha.
That's how much important women are.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Brandon proposed a question. What did you say, Brandon?
I don't know. Should you always, respond to what your parents say and what your mother says? Should you always take that in?
What the Bible says, Brandon?
The Bible says yes.
The Bible says do not turn away from the mother's teaching.
Right.
So the question is, we got to make sure we have good fathers and good mothers teaching our kids of where to go.
Right.
You know why they used to say it's a cycle of poverty, Brandon?
Yeah, because it's hard to escape something that you've been bred in.
There you go. If your mama was on Section 8, more than likely her siblings go be on her. No, not siblings. Her offspring will be on Section 8. Now the guy won't be on Section 8, but he'll be hopping Section 8 to Section 8.
He'll be reaping the benefits of Section 8.
Yes, he'll be reaping the benefits. And what they call that, brother? You go home from home?
A homosexual.
A homosexual. So your daughters will be on Section 8, and your son will turn to an F boy. Correct. All right. Writing guys. Now, Brandon, speaking of Mother's Day, Brandon, who is this in this picture?
It's Shaquille O'Neal and his ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal. I think she got remarried, so I can't remember her new last name, but
now this week they said she's coming out with a memoir. And to make a book sale, you got to go out here and say something, right?
Did you do that? Because you put a book out just real quick. Did you have any viral stuff, any sensational stuff that you put out to sell your product?
My book is for God, Brandon, and maybe sometimes God ain't gonna let the devil throw a touchdown on it. You know what I mean? You. So it's for people who really get it, who's really looking for a change, and the link is below.
Gotcha.
But no, I didn't do that foolishness. All right. Brandon, she said she does not know. I'm paraphrasing. She was ever in love with Shaquille O'Neal from New Jersey.
I hear you. Yeah.
Now,
what did you think about that?
I think that's messed up, man.
Yeah, it's messed up on so many levels. But what's the first thing that you thought when you heard that?
I said she just took a knife out and stabbed the man that made her everything maybe her godly destiny was to be Shaquille O'Neal's wife.
Right. And had plenty of kids with him too.
Plenty of the kids, become a billionaire, and she just picked up that knife and stabbed this guy in the back.
Right.
Over things that happened in 1998.
Right. And what year is it now? It's 2024.
Over 30 years ago.
Right. I think she did love him, or was in love with who he was.
She said, in love with who he was, but now him.
Right.
What kind of things she could be in love with, Brandon?
Money,
Okay.
His star power.
Okay.
His qualities that he had. He maybe wanted a tall man, right?
You're right. A protector. I think Shaquille O'Neal probably didn't lose too many fights.
No, probably not.
Within the last 40 years.
Yeah, protected his family.
Yeah.
Provided financially. She could do whatever she wanted to do, even though she made it seem like their time together, she didn't do anything really because she was just raising kids, and she just didn't really have a lot of time for herself. But I'm pretty sure they probably had nannies, and she had plenty of help. Was she a single black mother doing stuff on her own?
No. Now, Brandon, no, she wasn't. How's she a single black mother?
But that's what she's trying to make. That's what she's trying to paint it, because she's like, I really didn't have time for me. I was just so invested in this relationship when I really wasn't in love with this man. And just looking back, it was a mistake. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I didn't hear all that. I just said she didn't never in love with. I said, damn, that's cold to the heart. But she said all that.
Well, I think that's what it can be taken that way. Like if you're with somebody and they say, y'all had kids, y'all had a family, you did some stuff wrong, and next thing you know, they say, you know what, I was never really in love with you. I never really knew what love was. Like whatever we had, it just wasn't what I thought it was.
Now I'll go read. Now it's a saying up here. This is a Bible verse, but I'll go talk about her first. Damn, what am I about to say about her?
I'm not sure, but let me read what Timothy said. Shout out to Timothy. She was in love with his money and being able to go to the red carpet events in Hollywood. I think that's a perk that a lot of people want. You want to be linked to somebody that's rich and powerful and famous, right?
And with the limelight, and she saw it. Now this picture, she got the short hair. Remember, women back there who wore the short hair, Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
What's the girl off of Friday? Nia Long.
Nia Long, yeah.
Nia Long. And every single one of them singing right now. Okay. But Brandon, you know in the Bible, they say in the Bible, it says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, right?
Yes, that's true.
And should your wife be in love with you and love you, Brandon?
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between I'm in love with him?
Well, I think people kind of like they fall in love with stuff that people have or how they look, not necessarily who they are. Like when you're in love with somebody, you may be in lust with somebody. And I think that's the difference. Like a lot of men and women too, they don't really know what love is. We don't really see love in certain households. But go ahead. What you want to say?
Brett, I said, what's the difference between in love and love for somebody?
Well, love, you can take care of somebody. In love with somebody, that, it's just something that could fade, right? But when you love somebody, you do for them. That's what I see when somebody's showing you love.
Let me break it down for Brandon.
Let me read Timothy's comment before you go. I say if she thinks it was a mistake, that she should give Shaq every dollar she got from him. That's a good point. Like
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. So it sounds like she had a motive from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, Brandon, I asked Brandon, what's the difference between being in love with a person and love with a person? For example, my neighbor. If I got love for him, if I see him fall down in the front yard, crawling to the front door, I may go over there. That's love for him.
Okay.
But I'm not in love with my neighbor. Okay. I want 140 miles to go over there to get her.
But what would you call that? Well, if you want to tie it to relationships, like
when your wife is in love with you, she loves you as a person. She's really down for you.
For you.
And, yes. And when you in love, you are kind, forgiving. This is Jesus speaks about this, and Paul, kind, forgiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not quick to anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Positive, nice. And when you in love with a person, you're supposed to have those qualities.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, read this on the screen.
Okay. Oh, right here. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over multitude of sins.
So your woman's supposed to be so deeply in love with you. You can have sex with outside people. You can do anything you want to.
Okay.
And her love is so deep. It overlooks all that stuff.
I hear you.
And you still own it.
But do you think Shaq will be able to, or guys should be able to do the same thing? In theory,
Brandon,
yeah.
No, Brandon, don't read this out of context.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Okay, no. We could read. Yes. Above all, love each other.
Yeah. Because go ahead. I'll let you
should not be with a person you don't love, but that's period.
Yeah. If you marry somebody, like when you're saying your vows, it's for better or for worse, sickness and in health, like all those things, cheating or not, like you're still supposed to work things through. You're supposed to forgive. Like, we don't want to cheat on our spouses, but I guess it does happen. And the Bible tells us that we are supposed to forgive. And, if it's true love, you should be able to get over these things, right?
That's what Testament you read in now. First Testament, you get rid of that bitch. All right. New Testament, you overlook that stuff.
Okay.
And plus, it's already law. Brandon, which one is better, the religion or the law?
Which one is better?
Huh?
Which one is better to follow? Yeah. I would follow. Well, if you that's tricky. I won't put God first, so you should follow religion first, but law is important too.
Well, it is jurisdiction we're talking about. The law was the religion. Okay. So she out there cheating, you out there cheating. Y'all go get hit with these stones.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But things are a little different. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that is the same thing. You go get hit with the stones.
Yeah. But I just don't like, the revisionist history going back saying, oh, now you know what? Like, you hurt me so bad and I'm not really finished with how I feel. Let me put in the book and profit off it.
Correct. So she didn't love the guy. She became a millionaire off the guy. Probably received a siphon monthly that's bigger than my yearly for 18 years.
Right.
All right.
Had wonderful, beautiful kids with this man.
Beautiful kids. Got remarried, right? Brandon, watch this, Brandon. Yeah. Remarried. But she still talking about that old dick up in her.
You're right. So what do you think about that? Like, she should be moved on. She should be happy. She found the perfect guy for her who really loves her. Why throw this on Shaq right now?
It's called getting the bag,
But is it worth it? How much bag do you need where you're throwing shade on your kid's father for no reason? And is this a businessman? Shaq is a businessman.
No, she ain't throwing shade on him.
Not just him.
No, she ain't throwing no shade at all. Here's the thing. See, this is how good women are. She just stabbed the man in his heart. He was like, the people don't look bad on Shaq. Shaq looked bad on himself, say, I really love this bitch.
Right.
I die for this woman. And she gonna say the stuff like this.
Right.
Now, she do shade on herself. Say, I'm a prostitute. I do anything for money.
But I didn't see the comments and stuff. Were people on her side? Were they on Shaq's side? Was it mixed?
I ain't reading deep in this motherfucker.
That's how I am. Like I see a bunch of stuff sometimes. I don't like to look too deep into it because I like my point of view and I like your point of view too. And usually we're aligned at the same place. So I just wonder what you thought or what the people thought about this.
No, I never look. This is my life is busy. I don't got time to look at this
correct
thing right here. And Shaq beefing with Shannon Sharp, making a
big
mixtape
about that too.
I got time for that.